Hello everyone, this is Susie Q, Susie Q's Bunting Babes. And today I have baby Bethany with me, and we are going to be doing Theme Thursday together. Today's Theme Thursday is favorite colors or odd colors. And so I want to do favorite colors, and my favorite color is blue. And so I'm wearing a blue blouse today, my favorite blue blouse. And I'm going to be putting Bethany into a really pretty dress. And I wanted to note the color of Bethany's eyes, which are a beautiful, beautiful blue. And so her eyes are matching my blouse and her beautiful dress. So I'm going to put her down here for just a moment so that I can show you the dress that I'm going to be putting her into. Oops. Okay, here it is, and the top of this dress is crocheted, and it's like a deep, deep, deep royal blue. When you see it in the light, it's not really a navy, it's more like a deep, deep royal blue, and it has a really pretty skirt to it, and it's like a netting, that's an embroidered netting. And it has really beautiful, like a hot pink flowers. And that's my other favorite color. I love hot pink as well. And then underneath the skirt, it has a little slip. Not really a slip, it's just like a lining. And I'm going to be tying this little satin bow. So that's the dress. And that's the back. It's got a couple of buttons in the back. And then I found this bow, royal blue bow, that I'm going to be putting into her hair. And underneath the slip, I'm going to be putting this, underneath the dress, I'm going to be putting this slip that I made, and also these little bloomers that I made to go with the slip. And so I'll be talking about that too in another thing, another segment that I'm going to be doing at the same time. Is Suzanne of Suzanne's Babies came up with a tag today, and she said, if you didn't have this hobby, what would you be doing? And so I would also like to do her tag today while I do Theme Thursday. So let's go ahead and get Bethany dressed. But you know, before I do that, you might have noticed my Bugsy Bear here in the corner, looking out the window. Well, Bugsy Bear is my microwave bear, and for weeks now, he has been noticing that all the snow bears have been hugging the window and looking out the window, and they've been pretty excited about just staring out the window, and he's wanting to know what all the excitement's about. And so my three snow bears, Augie and Freddie and Mini-Me, decided to let my microwave bear, Mr. Bugsy Bear, let him have a turn at the window so he could see what was going on. Well, see, I didn't put the snowman up, and so all he's doing is looking at grass, and he's wondering, what is all the excitement about watching the grass? Well, I didn't put the snowman up on purpose because I wanted Bugsy to think that there was no big deal at the window, so that he could continue to let the snow bears have their time at the window, and that he could not be like upset or jealous about it anymore. So I'm going to let him continue to stare at the grass, and he's not going to want to have a turn anymore. So that's my way of dealing with all the bears in my nursery. Okay, let's go ahead and get little Bethany dressed in her in my favorite color, which is blue. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to do Suzanne's tag because I know what I would be doing if I wasn't in this hobby. And I wanted to preface that with the fact of the hobby, the dolly hobby that I have is it's a wonderful hobby. I love it, and I wouldn't be doing. I just don't want to do anything else right now. That's the problem. But what happens is that this hobby takes a tremendous amount of my time because of the fact of you know, doing the videos, which I love to do, and then answering comments, which I love to do, and then watching other people's videos, which I love to do. And so that takes a lot of my day doing those things. And you know, I could spend all day doing that if I could. But you know, I have other responsibilities too, and so sometimes, you know, sometimes my responsibilities just get in the way of my favorite hobby, so to speak. And so anyway, my favorite hobby, and the thing that I would be, well, not my favorite hobby. My favorite hobby is my dolly hobby, but my other favorite hobby is sewing. I love to sew. And before I started this hobby with my dollies, I was making quite a few outfits and dresses and things like that. I just showed you the slip that I had made probably about a year ago when I was in my sewing room and busy sewing. But you know, I kind of slowly faded out of sewing and got into my dolly hobby. And so I've really enjoyed my dolly hobby, and I'm not really ready to get back into sewing yet. So that is what I would be doing instead of, you know, doing videos and things like that. So, yeah, I think it's interesting that, you know, once people in this hobby get involved in it, you know, doing videos and you know, answering comments and things like that, which is, to me, is a vital part of my dolly hobby, is communicating with people. And I'm sure that if you've been on my channel and seen my comments, sometimes I could just go on and I have to stop myself because I make, you know, my comments just get to be too much. But I just love communicating, and that's just a vital part of my dolly hobby. So so that's what I would be doing. I would be sewing. But you know, I'll slowly get back into sewing, I think. I just have to find a balance between sewing and this hobby. I have to figure out, you know, I have to do some scheduling, and I haven't really, I haven't put much effort into doing that because I've enjoyed this hobby so much that I kind of put my sewing on the back burner. And but I know eventually I'll get back into doing it. So that's her little slip. I also use this, I've used this slip, oh, I'm sorry. I've used this slip and bloomers for her, like a summer outfit, because it is, you know, she's a full body silicone. And so she can wear something like this as a full, like a summertime outfit. And there's her little bloomers. But today, I'm going to be using it as her slip underneath her dress. So, oh, these, you know, this is actually not buttons. I'm sorry. It's a Velcro, which really makes it nice. Look at that. It's a little flower with Velcro. So that's really nice. So let's see if we can get this dress over Bethany's little head. Very carefully over her rooted hair. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That works. That works really well. Oh, look, she turned her head. She's like, Mommy, I want to look out the window while you dress me. And I said, okay. Okay, Bethany, whatever makes you happy. I know that I take a long time to dress, so I want you not to be bored. We don't need any boredom in this nursery. And yeah, this is just a beautiful dress. I don't know what, let me see what the brand name is, just for giggles. I'm not, oh, it's It's M-I-B-E-B-A. Me Biba. Me Bibe? Bibe? Me Bibe? It's from Etsy. So she got, the artist, when she chose this dress, she got it from Etsy. Beautiful, beautiful. And I know that a lot of things on Etsy are handmade, so my guess is this is a handmade dress. Just like I do handmade, hand sewing, you know. So that's really, really, really a nice touch to have a handmade dress. So there. Now, before I put her bow on, I don't think I should, oops, I don't think I showed you her shoes. Because it's, you know, all in that royal blue color. I chose these shoes, which are patent leather Mary Janes, and they have little tiny heart cutouts in the front there. And since she's wearing an eyelet slip and bloomers, I chose these socks that have the eyelet lace around it. Now I'll show you the shoes that came with the dress, but they're just way too delicate of shoe to put on Bethany. They just fall off, you know, but they're beautiful. They're hand crocheted shoes, and you know, they're done in the same color of blue. And I'll just show you one. You know, somebody took all the time to make these shoes, but they're very, very fragile. You know, very delicate, fragile shoes. And Bethany's foot just falls right out of these shoes. And so that's why I chose these Mary Janes, because they're more substantial. Plus, they really do go with the dress, I think. So let's go ahead and put her shoes and her socks on. And you'll notice that I didn't need to powder Bethany today because you know, she's not wearing anything that's like long sleeved or you know, any pants or anything like that. So this dress was really easy to put on her. And this, I was wondering if this was a Velcro or not. This is, some of my buckle shoes like this are Velcro, but this particular pair of shoes are buckle shoes. So we'll slide her little foot in there and buckle her up. Yeah, you'll see outside, I'm really, really late today getting this video out. It's probably about 4:30, maybe my time, East Coast time, in the afternoon. I've just had a lot on my plate for the past few days or so, and so I've been trying to fit a lot of things in. And so I'm kind of running late today, but I really, really wanted to do Theme Thursday. I wouldn't miss it for the world. And it started getting later and later, and I thought I'm just going to stop everything and do the video that I had planned on doing. I had picked this dress out for Bethany and really wanted her to celebrate Theme Thursday with me. All of my blue. All right. Oops. I thought I had put the little, I thought I had got the buckle done, but there we go. Oh, so cute. I'll show you. I'll show you. There we go. Aren't they cute? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put Bethany's bow on her, her little headband. And let me move this up for a bit. There we go. I'm going to brush her little hair, her hair. I almost said brush her head. Yeah, she's just got real thin baby hair. And it's mohair. And it's very, very nicely rooted by her artist. She's just a beautiful baby. Okay, I am going to attempt to put this bow on. Let's see if I can do it this way. Now, you know, silicones, their heads don't really stay put. Let me see if I can quickly get this on before she decides to tilt her head back. No, and we did it. There we go. All right. We got Bethany dressed. So I'm going to pick Bethany up, and I'm going to say, I hope you like Bethany.